All right, the killing of Hitler, most dangerous man. Let's see what this shit gonna be about, man. I ain't watching nothing from this channel in a little minute though. But before the video start, man, drop a like, drop a sub. Let's get into it, man. I can't even talk right.
These two soldiers are on an important mission. Above them, the roar of the plane fades. Below them lies their homeland, occupied by the Nazis. And somewhere down there is their target.
Hey, I don't even lie though. I slick or be scared as hell to fucking skydive a little bit, but I slick want to do this shit. But just imagine going to the army, you have to do this consistently too.
Reinhard Heydrich, the Butcher of Prague.
I ain't never heard of him.
One of the key architects of the Holocaust. Hitler calls him the man with the iron heart. He's responsible for more than 1.5 million deaths. And he doesn't have the
He responsible for more than 1.5 million deaths. Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Faintest idea they're coming for him. Warning. This video includes descriptions of suicide and mass murder committed under the Nazi regime. Our coverage is largely based on these two books. This is a photo of Reinhard Heydrich and his wife Lena. It was taken in May 1942 at the Wallenstein Palais in Prague, where they attended a concert. Reinhard Heydrich loves music. He's the son of a singer and composer. But despite showing musical talent as a child, he chose a very different path for himself. After graduating from school, he joined the Reichsmarine, the German Navy. Heydrich is tall, blonde, and athletic. He looks like he walked straight out of a Nazi propaganda poster.
Why the fuck I did mine over here standing like that though, bro? Like, y'all for funny as hell. Just look at this. I ain't gonna say shit, but my head died.
But this picture-perfect facade is deceptive.
He look little though, like real little.
He speaks with a strangely thin, high-pitched voice. He's said to have been haunted by deep insecurity and self-hatred. In school, and also in the Navy, people mock him. Rumors spread that he has Jewish roots. They call him Blonde Moses. In a Germany turning toward Nazism, it's a nickname he despises. In December 1930, he meets Lena von Osten at a dance in Kiel. After just 4 dates, they get engaged. It's
damn, like, that's how they were doing it back then, after 4 dates, after 4 link-ups. Well, you never know, too, though, how long them link-ups was. It probably could have been over a year or some shit, so I don't know, though, over a couple months. But no, I don't think they were doing this. This fool probably, man, it ain't like that no more.
Said that he was drawn to her Nordic looks, maybe hoping they'd silence those rumors about him having Jewish ancestry. But then scandal strikes the newly engaged couple. Heydrich is brought before a naval court of honor. A former girlfriend accuses him of breaking a promise to marry her. He's discharged from the Navy.
What the fuck you get discharged from the fucking Navy for breaking a promise of marrying her? Yeah, I would whoop that ass.
A humiliating fall from grace. But unfortunately, it's not the end of his career. A few months later, a family friend introduces him to Heinrich Himmler. Heydrich joins the Nazi Party and the SS. And from there, his rise is meteoric. In just a few years, Heydrich becomes one of the most powerful men in Nazi Germany. He's made chief of the Reich Security Main Office, the SS and police agency. In 1938, he orchestrates Kristallnacht, the Night of Broken Glass. Across Germany, synagogues burn, Jewish businesses are ransacked, and thousands of people are arrested, beaten, or killed. In July 1941, Heydrich is tasked with planning what the Nazis call the final solution to the Jewish question, the blueprint for the systematic mass murder of Europe's Jews. Heydrich is the boss of Adolf Eichmann, another key Holocaust architect we covered in this video.
And the crazy thing about it though, with the Holocaust or whatever, well, the school that I went to, they didn't really teach us about other people other than Hitler for real. And I feel like that's kind of crazy though. Like, why didn't y'all deep dive into it if y'all gonna teach us about the Holocaust and shit? Like, y'all, I don't like none of these people that he naming.
A few months later, in autumn 1941, Heydrich receives a significant promotion. He's sent to Prague as Deputy Reich Protector of Bohemia and Moravia. Nazi Germany occupied the Czech lands in 1939, and the Reich Protector, Konstantin von Neurath, governs the territory. But von Neurath is considered too lax, so Heydrich becomes the de facto governor. He definitely isn't too lax. Hitler has sent the man with the iron heart. Heydrich orders mass arrests, executions, and deportations. Thousands of Czechs are sent to concentration camps. His reign of terror earns him a title that history will never forget: the Butcher of Prague. To the outside world, it appears Heydrich has crushed the Czech resistance, but in the shadows, a plan to assassinate him is in motion. While Heydrich makes himself comfortable with his family in his castle near Prague, hundreds of kilometers away, two soldiers are training to kill him. The Czech government is in exile. Its leaders are in London. Czech military intelligence is cooperating with the British Special Operations.
That shit crazy. Them folks got somebody that's ready to kill him quick as hell. Damn, them folks had been on town for a while. Them folks said, fuck that, we even go get rid of his ass.
Executive. Together, they plan a top-secret mission to assassinate Heydrich. Operation Anthropoid. Enter Jan Kubiš and Josef Gabčík. Meeting in Poland in 1939, they eventually join the French Foreign Legion, the only way to fight back. In the ranks of the Legion, they become good friends. After the fall of France, Czech forces are moved to Britain. In the autumn of 1941, Gabčík is chosen for Operation Anthropoid. When his partner suffers an injury during training, Gabčík insists
that
that
ain't got no
Kubiš
face
be the one
for
to
him though.
replace
It's
him.
crazy though.
Both men are proud soldiers who had watched their homeland fall to the Nazis without a fight. Now they're determined to strike back, no matter what the cost. Together, they prepare for one of the most dangerous missions of the war: to strike at the heart of the Nazi regime. 3D scenes like these are made by humans. Greetings from our team. But to keep things running behind the scenes, we rely on partners like our long-term sponsor, Odoo. Odoo is an all-in-one business management software. It's designed to cover everything you need to run and management, collaborate through different views, including unlimited together as subscription to get 1941.
Okay, here we go. We had to skip
In
that
the
little
early
ad.
hours of December 29,
Baby bitch,
1941, a British Halifax bomber drops its deadly cargo.
Only two people. It only took two people to kill him though. It's crazy though.
Heavy snow blinds the crew, making
Like,
navigation.
bro, you would expect like people like this, like military leaders and shit like that. You would expect like a team of like more than two people, bro. You would expect at least about 7 to 10, 15, maybe more.
Nearly impossible. So they accidentally
What, two?
drop Gabčík and Kubiš at the wrong location. Instead of landing east of Pilsen, they end up east of Prague. As they approach the ground, Gabčík misjudges the height and injures his left foot. Now they have no idea where they are. It's night, and it's cold. The two soldiers bury their parachutes in the snow and take shelter in the abandoned tunnels of an old stone quarry. Their landing hasn't gone unnoticed. During the night, a local gamekeeper heard the plane, climbed onto the roof of his house, and saw two parachutes heading toward him. The next morning, he finds the buried parachutes and follows a trail of footprints in the snow. It doesn't take him long to find Gabčík and Kubiš and confront them. The young men pretend to be surveyors, but their cover story quickly falls apart, and they reluctantly admit the truth.
They probably killed his
Luckily,
ass.
the gamekeeper wants to help them. They're stunned to find out they've landed 20 miles from Prague,
Oh shit.
far from their contacts.
Oh shit. I showed him say they probably killed his ass. They probably would killed his ass. I'm like, nah, he ain't finna fuck this up. We finna get his ass. He don't want to follow us. He don't want to cooperate. We finna get his ass.
Gabčík is injured, and the mission already looks doomed. But then, fate intervenes. A local miller, who also heard the plane that night, tracks them down. He's a member of Sokol, a banned Czech nationalist group, and offers to connect them with the underground network in Prague. It violates the strictest rules of their mission. No contact with the local resistance until their mission is over. But they're desperate. They have no choice but to accept help. Over the next few months, they're sheltered by a network of brave families, ordinary people risking everything to feed and hide them. Reinhard Heydrich is busy organizing the infamous Wannsee Conference, a meeting called to streamline the mass murder of Jews. He doesn't realize that all the while, two men are observing him, learning his habits, noting every route and ritual. They even have inside help from people working in his castle.
Even lie though. Just watching somebody for that long though, and just trying to figure out their habits and what they like to do, they routes they down there take every day. That's a long ass process. Cause what if they take different routes down there every day, do different shit? What if one day, I'm saying, what if one day motherfuckers just be like, hey, I just want to sleep in bed for the next 2-3 days or some shit. You know, they have a normal routine. Then the day they try to do something or kill him or whatever, he in the bed, sleep guarded by whoever.
They sketch out several ideas
and they
for
can't
how to
get
take
to
him
him
out. An attack at his castle or his estate isn't an option. The SS guards them too closely. But they see another opening. Heydrich always travels without guards, accompanied only by his chauffeur. It's the one time
See,
he's
you know what I'm
exposed.
saying?
So they decide to strike while he's on the road. They consider stretching a wire across the street to force his car to slow down, but time is running out. They hear rumors that Heydrich might leave Prague soon. The pressure mounts, and they need to move quickly. May 26, 1942. In a magnificent concert hall, Heydrich and his wife enjoy compositions by his father, Bruno. Not far away, two men finish their final checks. Tomorrow, they'll attempt to kill the Butcher of Prague. Gabčík is armed with a British Sten gun. Kubiš holds the explosives. They pack two briefcases. One contains the disassembled Sten gun, while the other holds two bombs. To an observer, the briefcases look ordinary. The weapons are hidden beneath layers of fresh grass. It's
Fresh
the perfect
grass.
cover. With wartime food shortages, many locals keep rabbits, so carrying grass for feed is a common sight. The next morning,
Motherfuckers over there
Reinhard
eating
Heydrich's day
rabbits.
begins peacefully. It's a fresh spring morning. He finishes breakfast and plays with his 3 children. His wife is pregnant with a 4th. At around 10 o'clock, he leaves the safety of his castle with his chauffeur. On a narrow street in the Líběň district on the outskirts of Prague, Gabčík waits. Kubiš is positioned.
I be trying to understand too though. How do people like this not get caught, and then when they do end up assassinating people, how do they not get punished or get captured or some shit like that? Like, that's one thing I be trying to see. Like, how the fuck do that be working?
Here, just a few meters away. Both have stood here for over an hour, tense, silent, ready. Then, finally, Heydrich's Mercedes-Benz pulls up. Not yet. Not yet. Now, Gabčík steps forward, throws off his raincoat, raises the Sten, and pulls the trigger.
It clicks.
But nothing happens. Months of training for this one moment, and the gun jams.
How the fuck do you make a mistake like that as assassination people or agents like that? How the fuck do you not have the gun loaded? Like, don't tell me he ain't got no bullets in the damn gun. Or he just ain't cocked the shit back.
Maybe grass clogged the mechanism. The Sten had a reputation for jamming easily. Or maybe it's just bad luck. We'll never know. Heydrich thinks there's only one attacker, so he yells at his driver to stop and draws his pistol. Kubiš seizes the moment, but he misjudges his throw. Heydrich survives. Kubiš scrambles onto his bicycle and disappears down the street. Gabčík is chased by Heydrich's driver and flees into a nearby butcher shop. When the driver bursts in, Gabčík finally makes the Sten work, shooting him in the leg and escaping. Both assassins get away, but there's no sense of triumph. The mission failed. They haven't eliminated their target.
But I'm saying though, with him throwing the grenade, Why the fuck he didn't get closer? Like, why they weren't paying him no attention? Why he didn't get closer to the car and just threw it in there with him? Or something like, how the fuck? What the fuck?
But Heydrich is critically wounded by the explosion. He's rushed to Belovsa Hospital in a passing delivery truck. And on June 4, 1942, 8 days after the attack, Reinhard Heydrich succumbs to his wounds. Immediately after the assassination, the Gestapo launches a massive manhunt for the attackers. But they have no real leads. Frustrated, the regime demands blood to avenge the death of the deputy Reich protector. The Nazis choose the village of Lidice, which has 503 residents, for their revenge.
So what the fuck they finna try to go kill all these folks in this area or something, bro? Like, what the fuck until they find something?
They suspect some within the village support the attackers, but there's no real evidence of this.
Im Zuge der Fahndungen nach den Mördern des SS-Obergruppenführers Heydrich wurden einwandfreie Hinweise dafür gefunden, dass die Bevölkerung der Ortschaft Lidice bei Kladno dem in Frage kommenden Täterkreis Unterstützung und Hilfe leistete.
On June 10, 1942,
so they finna go kill all these folks, bro. But how would they know that though? Like, I don't understand. If they ain't even got no proof, how the fuck would they even know to even come here though?
2 hours after midnight, Nazi troops raid the village. They shoot 173 men on the spot. The women are sent to Ravensbrück concentration camp. Children under a year old and those selected for re-education through placement in German families remain alive. All other children are killed at the Chelmno extermination camp in Poland. Of the village's former 503 inhabitants, only 143 women and 17 children survived the war. After murdering or deporting the villagers, the Nazis destroy the entire village. The homes, the church, even the cemetery. They film the entire process. By 1943, only this empty field remains. For the Nazis, the destruction of the town is symbolic of their power. Usually,
and I'm just trying to see, how do they even just let a fucking military or something just do this just because their leader has fallen though? Or not, well, not their leader or whatever the fuck he supposed to be.
They would try to hide their war crimes, but this time their brutality is on full display. The bloodbath turned into propaganda.
Nachdem die Einwohner dieses Dorfes durch ihre Tätigkeit und durch die Unterstützung der Mörder von SS-Obergruppenführer Heydrich gegen die erlassenen Gesetze schärfstens verstoßen haben, sind die männlichen Erwachsenen erschossen, die Frauen in ein Konzentrationslager überführt und die Kinder einer geeigneten Erziehung zugeführt worden. Die Gebäude des Ortes sind dem Erdboden gleichgemacht und der Name der Gemeinde ist ausgelöscht worden.
But even after burning Lidice to the ground and murdering most of its inhabitants, the Nazis aren't done. They want to find the men behind the attack. So they announce an amnesty. Anyone who comes forward with information will be spared. And there's a
don't for lying their ass out. They go get that information, then kill you, and you ain't get shit.
Reward, 1 million Reichsmarks. One of Gabchik and Kubisch's comrades takes the deal. His name is Karl Chugda. The story is similar to theirs. He fled to Poland, joined the French Foreign Legion, and trained in Britain for special operations. He was also brought to the Protectorate for a mission. But on June 16, 1942, he decides to collaborate with the Gestapo in Prague. In exchange for a new identity and the cash, he gives them the assassins and the names of the families sheltering them.
Then he gave the name of the family sheltering. How the fuck? What the fuck? That's some such ass shit though, boy. That's some such ass shit, boy. That's some such ass.
One of them is the Moravets family.
And they killed all
their home. The mother takes her own life with poison, but her son is taken for interrogation. Using truly unspeakable methods, they break him. He eventually tells them what his mother once told him. If you're ever in serious trouble, go to the Church of St. Cyril and Methodius. Inside this Orthodox church, Gabchik and Kubisch have found refuge. Here, in the damp darkness of the crypt, the 2 assassins and 5 other paratroopers wait for orders from London. They know about Lidice. They know that hundreds of innocents have already died in the Nazi reprisals. Crushed by guilt, They consider committing suicide in a public park. They hope that leaving a note claiming responsibility might finally stop the killings. But before they can make their move, it's too late. The Nazis surround the church. Then, all hell breaks loose. 7 men against more than 700 SS and Gestapo troops.
Damn, 700 fucking troops. Damn.
The Nazis can't break through their defenses. They flood the crypt. Kubish dies from injuries he suffered in the firefight. Then, one...
So it really was just like a suicide mission for them, for real, though. And that's my thing, though. Like, if you're gonna be doing shit like this, I wouldn't even want to do the shit no more, because it's like a fucking suicide mission. It's just like, whoever you was a part of, they ain't coming to get you out the scenario, or they not trying to come get you and bring you back to whatever country or protect you or nothing. You just fucked.
By one, the other paratroopers choose death over capture. Some use cyanide, others their last bullets. In the end, both of Heydrich's assassins are dead. Dozens of resistors, entire families, are executed for helping them. Among them, Bishop Gorazd and other members of the Czech Orthodox Church. And the Nazis' revenge doesn't end there. Just days later, they wipe another village, the Zsaki, off the map.
Damn.
Every adult in
Then over here just wiping villages off the map. Damn. Oh, because these two dudes just
the village is executed. Most children are deported and killed, and the village is burned to the ground. Like Lidice, simply ceases to exist. After the end of World War II, Nazi official Karl Hermann Frank, who ordered the mass murder in Lidice and Zsaki, was convicted and executed. Karel Čugda had continued to work with the Gestapo until the end of the war.
They
He
killed
then
him.
attempted to flee, but was captured and sentenced to death. He was executed in Prague on April 29, 1947. Even after her husband's death, Lena Heydrich remained a prominent figure.
He just helped him. He just helped him just get his ass
Until
killed.
1945. After the country's surrender, her husband's property was seized, confiscated as the assets of a war criminal. She spent the rest of her life defending his legacy, repeatedly denying that her late husband was responsible for any war crimes. In the 1950s, she won several lawsuits against West Germany, securing a substantial widow's pension and regaining her luxurious summer home. Today, a memorial stands at the site of the ambush in Prague. It honors Josef Gabčík, Jan Kubiš, and a third figure, representing the Czech civilian resistance. In the Czech villages of Lidice and Zsaki, memorials mark the sites of the mass killings. These places serve as not just reminders of lives lost, but as warnings to never let something like this happen ever again.
Like, damn. Like, and that's what I be saying, though. It's like the nigga that did snitch. He just snitched to go get a new identity and money and shit like that. And this nigga still end up getting killed at the end of the day. And it's just like, bro, what was your point of snitching on them just for you to still end up dead? For them to still end up killing some more people, you might as well should never even say shit. And you would have been still alive. But it is what it is, though. It's motherfuckers greed, that money, shit. That's the trap, shit. They just told you, look, we're gonna give you this money if you snitch, and shit. He snitched and he got his ass shot up in no reward. You like, hey, it is what it is, though. If you like the video, man, make sure you drop a like, drop a sub, do what it do. I ain't really got much else to say. I said really all I had to say in the video, but let me know how y'all feel. And I'm gonna see y'all guys in this video.